It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullet is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
We sincerely apologize for that break in transmission. It was due to some technical issues beyond our control. But you're still on to Sports Orbit right here on the Leadership Podcast Studio. And I still remain your host, Afa Acho, and Salifu Usman is still here with me. Yeah, before we briefly went on that, short technical break that was beyond our control, we had plenty of stories. There was basketball, Aisha Buhari Cup, but we're still talking about the Tigress. And of course, just to refresh your mind back, yesterday the Tigress defeated Angola 85-65 at the ongoing FIBA Afrobasket Championship, sealing a spot in the quarterfinal where they'll be facing Cape Verde tomorrow evening. So Salifu, what do you make of this performance by the Tigress?
Like we say, fantastic, good performance, and I congratulate the ladies. And they always be there for Nigeria. So anytime they went out, they always fight out to ensure that they give Nigeria something to share. And they have done it again. And I strongly believe that this team will go far. And like I was saying before that short break, if they it will be a great shock and upset if they lost to keep it. So I strongly believe that nothing will stop these girls. They'll get to the final and they will get out of and get to the final. So hope that to be able to remain focused, remain committed, and then they should all my advice to them that they should just keep their eyes and their concentration on the championship. Let no one think about what is happening what is happening home here, where the stakeholders, the administrators are fighting about who become the board members. So they are not administrators. They should leave the politics for them. So they play their politics at the back of them. Let them focus on the competitions and ensure that yes, they win this title.
Yeah. So, but I hope the Tigers won't get too overconfident. And they just concluded Afrobasket also. We have high hopes for the Tigers. Although some people have come out to make some excuses that we're missing some key players. Be that as it may, based on the pedigree we have in basketball in Africa, do you think the Tigers would have done better? And do you think the Tigers won't be affected by any of those things? We'll have high hopes for them and they will crash out.
I think, no, what affected is the Tigers. It is the same competition, the main aspect of it, and the female. We are not playing the female aspect of the competition. But what happened to the Tigers? There are a lot of issues. There were a lot of issues, and at the same time, not able to get their key players from who are playing in the NBA. So actually affected the team. So it was an entirely almost new team. And having a new team for the first time going to competitions, and no matter how good you are, there's always problems to understand each other.
Absolutely.
To understand each other and to play together as a team. Except and at the same time, the team they don't even have a long time to even train together. You just have 1 week or 3 weeks. And 1 week is not enough. Competition. I think that's only what affected the team. But those girls, they have been together for many years. Most of them they have been together since 2017. They have been together. We went together for Afrobasket 2017, 2019. We went to the World Championship at the same together. They were living together. So it's the same team. So they understand together. Either they understand your language. I understand your language. I understand your movement. I
Very, very important.
where you are supposed to be and where I'm
Exactly.
supposed to be. So
Exactly.
there's a synergy between the players, and they communicate a lot and the other. So definitely those girls are there's a bond that have tied them together, and they definitely Nigeria proud.
I agree. All right, away from basketball, and we'll go straight into the Aisha Buhari Cup, where today Super Falcons will be up against Banyana of
The match is already on.
yeah, the match is already on. Banyana of South Africa. Historically, you know how this kind of games pan out. Yes, it's a friendly. Yes, it's an invitational. Players are expected to take it a bit easy and not, but because of the history between Nigeria and South Africa when it comes to football, I'm sure this match will be, in quotes, more than just a friendly on the field of play.
And just like you say, it's already more. Just like what it's although we're not going to go to my. Just like you say, it's already more than a friendly.
Yeah.
When you come to football, both male and female aspect of it. Yes, South Africa may have the structures.
Mm-hmm.
We can't confess that their structure is better than what we have in Nigeria. But when it comes to the game, one thing South Africa always want to achieve is to beat Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Because any day, anytime, but for me, when they beat us at the a race to the 2015 the Africa Cup of Nations, when we lost to them 2-0. We lost to them when they beat us in New York. It's like they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
So, and at the same time, when it came to the female aspect, the Banyana versus Falcons, when if after you come to African football, when you say Falcon, the next female team you think of Africa is South African team. It's Banyana.
Absolutely.
And over the years, they have come so many close to beat Nigeria without achieving that target. At the Cameroon 2019 Africa Women's Championship in the final, they try everything. They almost get there, but unfortunately, the Nigeria spirit and the Nigeria factors and the Nigeria firepower overwhelmed them, and Nigeria was able to win that match. So tomorrow, also now what is happening at the Mogadishu Arena is that the South Africa want to achieve what they are achieving, and we pray that Nigeria Super Falcons, Swallows, and the colleagues will not give South Africa
Rise up to the occasion.
Will not give South Africa what they have been looking for years.
Absolutely. Especially in our own country.
So if South Africa, God forbid, they win this match, it's like they have won a world championship.
Yeah.
So and I believe that
but in fairness to the South African team, I must confess they have a very good team. They came to a very, very
solid team. A total new team. If you look at that team, it's only 2 players that are still new. That are the old players. That's their defenders, their captain and the goalkeeper. Every other team is just a complete young player within the average of 18, 20. Very young, very athletic, very mobile. They move with the full speed. So I'm more afraid if let's see what will happen at the end of the match already.
But at the end of 90 minutes, do you have what's your prediction? What's your scoreline? What do you think the scoreline will be at the end of 90 minutes?
I'm not very good in predicting, but I strongly believe that Nigeria definitely got it. Nigeria will still maintain their dominance against South Africa.
All right, at the end of 90 minutes, we'll see what happens. And hopefully tomorrow on this another episode of Sports Orbit will give you what transpired in the match between Falcons and Banyana. Away from that, we'll go back into basketball, and this time talking about the Basketball Federation elections. A group, Nigerian Basketball Vanguard, who claim to be stakeholders in the basketball sector, have come up to say they are out to rescue the game of basketball. Every time when elections come up like this in different federations, you start hearing all kinds of groups springing up with different agendas telling you they are coming to rescue the game, they are coming to do this and that. This group who are coming up now, do you think they have anything to offer? Yes, fine. They'll say they also have a stake in basketball. But do you think genuinely they are coming to rescue basketball? yes, we agree basketball is in crisis, but this group who, for now, we haven't really known the names of the people who are behind this group. But do you think they can actually deliver on what they are promising to rescue basketball? If basketball is in trouble, in quotes.
But I thought, I believe you were saying this group who are not known based on the quote from Kida. The people, let me just land.
They call themselves Nigerian Basketball Vanguard.
Okay, let me just give you a lowdown. As a journalist, you know who and who is who in the game of basketball.
Absolutely.
The people who are talking this group, these are the authentic, genuine stakeholders of the basketball. These are the known name in the game of basketball in Nigeria. Okay. We are talking of Scott. We are talking of Colonel Amedu, coach of Canopy. We are talking of officials of the statistician, Ogiri, former secretary of NBBF. We are talking of Tijani, former president of Nigeria Basketball Federation. For many years, board member of Nigeria Basketball Federation. Former players of National League, former players of the Collegiate League, and official state association chairman, almost all out of the 36 state of association, almost everybody who is in basketball is represented in that group, including some journalists who are also who are very passionate about reporting the game of basketball. So those groups, we are talking of Campbell, we are talking of Scott Jan Umar. I can't name them. Even the Olumide Ayoliki, the former captain of the Tigers. These are the people who are behind this, and they say no, they want basketball. They can't continue to hold their arm and allow
because it's been one crisis after the other,
and allow the mediocre to continue to take the bit of basketball. And what they rightly say that according to who spoke on the behalf of it, he said in 2017, the then minister of youth and sport, only God allegedly, Magumando hand over the sport basketball to traders. That's what it described as traders. Yes. And that to days in that between now and then, there's nothing to show about the basketball. Yes, I agree with you. For 4 years, there's no domestic league.
But just when we even thought the domestic league is coming back, then all of a sudden this crisis is breaking out again. Don't you think this will have a negative effect?
Yes,
on basketball in general, and if this is not resolved in good time.
No, that is why I'm happy that even the information I just received now that the Minister of Youth and Sport has weighed into that matter. Okay. Let me just what I just received now is that the breaking is that the Minister of Youth and Sport has convened an emergency meeting of the leadership of the NBBF, the two factions, that the two groups who are that is a good one from the minister. And that is what I expected him to have done for a very long time. You can't be a leader of sport. You are the number one sport administration in this country, the minister of sport, and one of the vibrant sport federation. They are fighting, and you are just keep quiet. So it is good now, although it's better late than never.
Agreed, but we had expected the minister
to have weighed into this crisis for a very long time,
even before the Olympics.
Thank you, but even since he has been office, 2 years ago, he has supposed to. Since I remember 2 years ago, I didn't even mean in one of the interactions we're meeting. I've asked him about this issue. See, they are doing something about it. So something has come out of it. But it's good now. Okay, a week to the election, it has not said okay, there's need to intervene, and I believe that whatever will come out of this meeting will be able to suppress the situation. Because what these people are heading, I think that okay, for instance, according in 2017 election, the NBBF then led by Tijani Umar have a constitution, have the constitution, the constitution ratified by the stakeholders and approved by FIFA. So they wanted to hold the election, but the minister was not. The minister was not comfortable with the situation. I wanted to allegedly has his own preferred candidate. But if you allow the federations to hold the election in line with their constitution, your own preferred candidate will not have a mind. So he used his government or whatever and get the election, and that was how to went to the crisis. But now they remember FIBA, the world body, nullified. You know, there was a parallel election in 2017. I think like those ones from Babet or something about what happened. There was a parallel election. There was only one election that held in Kano.
Absolutely.
And a week later, another election held in Abuja.
Yeah.
The one in Kano produced Umar as
Umar faction.
Umar faction produced Umar as president, and the one in
produced
the
Kida faction.
So, and the mistake FIFA made, unlike FIFA. So, Tijani Umar, who was the authentic, who was the current president then, but the FIFA now said, okay, since there's a crisis, we don't recognize, they nullify 2 elections. But meanwhile, in the meantime, because they see that the government is backing Tijani Umar, backing Kida, that long which the minister was backing Kida. Now, okay, since government that hold the national team, national team belongs to the government, and Kida is Solomon, the minister is backing the Kida. So let the Kida run the national team. Why did Yanuma run the league? And the Yanuma faction has the instruction of the league, and they were running the league. But all of a sudden, the whole team collapsed and the whole team started. And at that time, these 2 factions. So there was a discussion. Okay, let's and FIFA give a directive to the Olympic Committee, harmonize the NBBF constitution.
Not to cut you short, we'll come back to that. But for now, we'll go for a timeout, and when we come back, we still have a lot in store for you. FIBA is on the front burner. Sorry, the Federation, NBBF is on the front burner. Of course, Osimhen can't stop scoring out there in Europe. These are many more we have for you when we come back from this timeout. Don't go nowhere. All right, welcome back from that short break. Before I went on that short break, we were still talking about the crisis that has engulfed the Nigerian Basketball Federation. And still on that crisis, Kida has come out to say that the constitution, which was midwifed by his board in 2019, no going back on the constitution, in spite of the opposition from the Basketball Vanguard group, who have threatened that they were going to boycott the elections if that constitution is used. And Kida is still insisting that we are using this constitution, no going back. So the way it is right now, Salifu, these 2 factions, nobody's ready to sheath their swords. But like you said, reports reaching us said the minister is intervening. Do you think with the intervention of the minister, these 2 factions will be able to come to a round table and sort out their issues so that basketball can have a breather and move forward?
Like I was saying before the break, that is FIFA mandated the Olympic Committee to harmonize the NBBF constitution.
Absolutely.
But instead of the NBBF and the NOC to do their job, but then this went slip. Okay, Kida group, Kida faction, and let you say they have a constitution. Well, I was privileged to that was the head. There was a NBBF Congress meeting, a Kida faction Congress meeting at the Bethlehem Hotel in Obako. And that hotel, for crying out loud, let's be sincere to ourselves. In this policy, whatever where your interests are, whatever you try to see, try to even have a fear of God, some things.
I agree with you.
And at the same time, in this country, we know who is who in basketball. We know who are the stakeholders in basketball, who have played this game and who are the genuine stakeholders in basketball. In as well, I'm not trying to speak for anybody or try to insult anybody. But yes, okay, you say there was I was as a player, I covered that event, but I didn't see anything. Say the draft constitution happened, but they said they have a constitution there, and that's what Kida is holding on that there's a constitution. How do you have a constitution? And your constitution has to be rectified and approved by FIBA. And FIBA has never approved any constitution. So Kida, what the group, the Vanguard group has said, okay, we don't have any constitution. But they also have their own version of the constitution, and you have your own version of the constitution. Yeah. And FIBA gives okay, harmonize this together. Absolutely. And let's have a unified constitution. But this never happened. Now, but what do you do? If you want peace what they are demanding for. You should allow a free and fair election. Let who are the genuine stakeholders come in and choose who they want. They are not saying you must impose anybody on anybody. If Kida think you are popular, or whoever from that banger or whoever is coming up popular, test your popularity in a free contest. And that is I believe that is the only way this program can show. Okay, like the meeting that's been convened at the minister. Yes, I will like what I'm trying to say. They actually met yesterday. They actually met yesterday night, and both factions were present at the meeting. But the meeting lasted for over 2 hours, but yet
they are yet to come to an agreement.
Yet even the NOC was present, the permanent secretary was present, and some of the officials of the meeting were all present there. But the result that okay, they should also go and meet again until the end of before the end of this meeting. Before the end of this meeting, that 10 group from this other 10 group of that meet to harmonize their stand. And we need to settle this matter before the if it means postpone the election, let them postpone the election instead of settle this matter to be sure that everybody are on the same board. What is that? If your interest is to develop, if your interest is genuinely just for the game of basketball, there's no need to fight about this thing.
Exactly.
If you don't have
that is what if you
don't have any other thing to do, if you are genuinely have intention, I want to develop the game of basketball. You should come out and there's nothing to hide it. There's nothing for fight about it. If not, without any other thing. So I say, just like you're saying, kudos to the ministers who that is interviewed. Though he's coming late, but he's supposed to have done this thing for a very long time. Now opportunity he has every opportunity to redeem his image and save Nigeria basketball.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll keep monitoring events as they unfold in the Nigerian Basketball Federation. I'm sure by the end of today, more stories might have come out of the reconciliation process as it is. Well, moving on, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu been impressed with Money Michel Group. That's the group who gave a facelift to the Mobolaji Anthony Arena. To show his appreciation, he has splashed $5,000 on Egbe, the CEO of Money Michel, just as a little way of showing his appreciation for the wonderful job they did on that stadium. Good one coming from the governor.
Yes, good one. I think it's a good move and a way of encouraging somebody. And at the same time,
but he was given the contract. I'm sure he was paid for the contract. So was it still necessary to still give him some cash reward after executing a job that he was paid for, and still be giving another cash reward just as they say, hold this one?
Sometimes we are all human. Where you are being controlled by your
emotions. Okay.
So he's full of excitement. Maybe as a governor, he only God knows how many contracts he has awarded, how many jobs he has given out, and the result of the job. But for the first time, he has now seen that he gives out a job and somebody praise him and do the job more than beyond his expectation. So out of excitement, so he's big.
You have to just give him something extra.
Oh boy, you deserve more reward. So even though he has paid him the price, has paid him the money, awarded contract, but because of excitement, he'll be able to do the job more than he expected. And if you need to say that to everybody, do small piece, still small studio, but everybody has come to that studio, give the thumbs up to who put that thing together. South African, FA, Ghanaians, all those Ghanaians, Malians, everybody that have given a thumbs up to that studio. Although it's a synthetic or a hybrid mix of natural grass. Unless you look well, you be scored that it's a pure natural grass stadium, and it's a very fantastic one. So kudos, and I believe that the Money Michel will not allow this. But one thing is that when they give you a job, do the best job. And they have been whatever that extra $5,000 is not small money in this country now.
At all.
It's a very big money. If you give him that money now, so congratulations on the Money with Michel, and I believe that will spur him to do more. So anywhere they give him joy, you should be able to go beyond. You should go beyond the money price that is involved. It's also a way of advertising yourself. So absolutely. That stadium has bring him out, and a lot of things. So I will not be
who might invite him.
So I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if he's going to Ghana, going to South Africa, going to Mali to do the same job very soon.
All right, nice one coming from Sarwo-Olu. away from that now, we'll go straight into Europe, where Victor Osimhen seems like, since from the preseason and since the league started officially, Osimhen simply can't stop scoring. In the game with Napoli versus Udinese last night, he actually opened scoring for Udinese in a game that they went on to win 4-0. Nice one for the young man, if you must agree with me.
I totally agree with you. I can't agree less. I totally agree with you. And Osimhen, congratulations to Osimhen. He has been up and doing, and it's like he has stabilized well in Napoli. So last season, where he just came in for the first season, so he did, although he performed, but not as expected. But I believe that this guy is something else this season, and I pray for him to have injury free, and he's also allowed his ego head to come down. He's not allowed this to get into his head. Just behave as a normal player. I hope he can learn to people like Ronaldo's and Messi, who are always have their head down. They don't allow short things to go, and also work more on yourself.
The report even suggests that Napoli are already trying to extend his contract. Are trying to offer him a bigger and better contract. Do you think it would be nice for him to, with the kind of form he is right now, do you think it would be nice for him to sign a long-term contract with Napoli? You know how these things happen, so that he doesn't fall in the situation where Harry Kane has found himself. Tomorrow, maybe a Madrid or a United or one of the, the bigger guns in Europe might come for your signature, only to find out that signing you will be proving difficult because you've signed a longer-term contract, and trying to buy you out of that contract might become too expensive. Do you think it's advisable for the young man to put pen to paper for a new long-term bumper contract, or just tarry for another season to see if he can get another offer from one of the bigger European sides?
Well, just like you say, he came to Napoli last season, and he said, "Is it 3 years deal? I think,
Yeah.
Is it a 3 years deal? 3 years deal. That 3 years will expire by next season." So, and actually, for him, if you allow this season to
run out
first, because what football is all about business.
Yeah.
Clubs are into this game for business, not just for the rambling or not for the entertainment. They are out. They pay you big money, and they want to make their money. So, and if you have your prime asset, you want to protect it. So they have seen Osimhen as one of their prime assets, and they need to protect it. And if it means losing, they will not regret losing it. So they have to do everything to tie him down and ensure that if you want to go, they should be able to recoup all they have invested in him. So even if you are in the shoe of Napoli, you do the same thing. Because if you just allow him and he just go off you, that you can see now.
It's like your investments has
collapsed. You can see the PSG, they are doing everything to ensure that they tie down Mbappe. And if they have taken this precaution move about 2 years
long
ago,
time ago,
by that they have time, then have tied the younger. Now the younger has opportunity to go free next season. So, and I pray if they be able to convince him before the end of this season. If not, they stand to lose everything they have about Mbappe. And that's what Napoli are trying to avoid. Because if they allow this young guy the way he's coming, and if he maintain this form, for sure, if he maintain the spirit, the form he have now, to the end of the season, Barcelona's Real Madrid, everybody will start calling him. And that time, it will be very difficult for them to tie him down. And that's what they're trying to commit him now. And have more. And if even after they want to come for him, they should be able to offer enough money and for them to request whatever they are invested in.
All right, still on European football, reports which suggest that Juventus and Atletico Madrid are interested in the Arsenal young star Bukayo Saka. Reports say that these two clubs are trying to make a move for the young man, lure him away from the Gunners, especially considering his imperious form in the last season, and of course the form he put up, his performance at the Euro has drew the attention of these top clubs. Will it be a nice move for Saka? And do you think Arsenal will be willing to let him go?
I don't think it will be stupid of Arsenal to allow Saka to go now.
How about these clubs come with an offer that is difficult for Arsenal to turn down?
Well,
because this is football.
This is football. It has come to a level that Arsenal is no longer an ambitious club. So for many years, and they are not even interested in winning anything. They just play. If you're an ambitious club, to me, Saka is one of the best players in Arsenal at the moment. The best player, if not even the best. At Arsenal. So you should allow
And he's one of the best youngsters in Europe right now.
And he have a very young, a very long time to
Long
play.
time, just
So,
20 years old.
I don't think Arsenal will allow him to go now. They allow him to go. And even the Atletico Madrid, I don't even, if I'm in the better position to even advise Saka, Atletico Madrid's Juventus, I don't think it's even the right place for him to go.
I think so too.
So,
But reports still say that if at all Arsenal will let him go, he won't be going for small money. If
For
at
sure,
all,
for
because
sure.
they are in process of even slamming a heavy a transfer fee on his head to at least keep,
to scare people.
yes, to scare them away. You know.
Let's see how it goes, but I believe Arsenal will not allow Saka to go now for any amount at the moment now, because the guy is a very young guy. Arsenal, if they keep him, he have a very long time. In the next 5 to 6 years, he's still growing.
Still growing. He's just 20 years old.
20 years old, so he's still growing. He's have a very long time of a decade to play. But I'm not wishing that he should remain in Arsenal for years, for the end of his career.
Because the time will come when eventually,
definitely, but Arsenal should be able to keep him for the next 5 years.
at least to be able to match his ambitions. Because just like the Hurricane issue, a time comes when these players start, after you stay in one club, you start saying, okay, I'm in this club, I've put in my best for this club, but I really don't have anything tangible to show. And these players will start agitating for a move. Do you see that kind of scenario happening, even if he stays at Arsenal for now and he keeps up with his form?
So you are foreseeing that Arsenal in the next 2 years, Arsenal
No, I'm not saying
don't have
that.
anything to show. But already the young man has a FA Cup medal.
Yeah, that's just an FA Cup medal.
It's not FA Cup. It's not just. There are some players who play for their whole career. They don't even have any single medal to show. Good for him. He has an FA Cup medal.
I'm sure
and good for him. He also have a silver medal of Europe. So that definitely, I strongly Arsenal is trying a try moment at the time. But Arsenal will definitely come out of what they are. Strongly come out of this problem and get their ass together very soon. So you can't foresee that Arsenal in the days that the younger will play at Arsenal and at the end of the whole career like Hurricane will not have anything to show. No, I don't buy that idea. Arsenal has strong at the moment, but they'll come out of this problem and definitely challenge for a title very soon.
Salifu believes Arsenal will come out of their present predicament and be title challengers again. But before we go quickly, we move over quickly to boxing, where Anthony Joshua will be hoping to challenge Alexander Usyk for his in a boxing bout to defend his belt. That fight comes up on Saturday. Do you think Usyk will pose any threat to Joshua? Do you see an upset happening?
Well, I don't think what happened that was the threat to Joshua. Joshua is one of the strong fighters, and definitely I believe that he definitely have his edge over the top. Yes, Joshua will get his without trying to put to him.
So you don't see any upset happening like it happened with Anthony Ruiz. Joshua was highly rated. Everybody thought he was going to floor Anthony Ruiz, but Anthony Ruiz surprised him until he came back for the rematch and eventually got his belt back.
I believe Joshua has learned from that lesson. He has learned from that lesson. And that is why if it is the lesson from that lesson that was able for him to overcome. It is not easy for you to lose a match and within the 3 months or within the year after. Call for a match and you win the match. It was within the 6 months, not of the year. Call for a match and you win that match. It's not easy. So it is a very few. I don't even say any person who has achieved that feat. So for him to achieve that feat, must show that he's a very ambitious person and he can't afford to lose his belt. And to make a mistake or even agree to that match. If I were him, I would not agree to that match. That was the speed, and now he has lose everything. Don't have any left to go. So definitely, Joshua has learned from that lesson.
All right.
South Africa, they are already living in Nigeria.
Okay, reports reaching us say that South Africa are already leading Nigeria by 3-0, unfortunately. And like we said, we spoke here about it. Yesterday we spoke at length about how the gap in female football has really closed on the Super Falcons. Super Falcons are not the top side that they used to be some years back. Because to be losing 3-0 to South Africa
In
right
Lagos,
here
in
in
Lagos.
Lagos, I mean, this is an embarrassment.
Serious embarrassment.
No, I
Serious
didn't see this coming.
embarrassment. And that's exactly what I was saying yesterday. Those who are calling that they want Pinnick to continue. Pinnick has taken football to the lowest ebb in Africa, in African football. South Africa beating Nigeria right here in our own home for 3-0. And as let's say, I say, I'm not, Jel is surprising, but like I said yesterday, those South African guys, it will be very difficult for our girls to curtail them. They are very mobile,
because
very athletic on the pitch.
When Mali played Nigeria, I saw what the Malians played.
I
said, yes, if the Super Falcons can struggle like that against Mali, I can only imagine what the South Africans will do. It means South Africa has grown in leagues, in confidence, and have come here to embarrass the Super Falcons right here in Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, look, these are some of the things Amadu Pinnick need to learn. He need to learn a lot. The way he's running our football, this is not the way he's supposed to be. Nigerians have dominated African football with female Nigerian coaches. Now he has come with European coaches. American is the one coaching Nigeria team. In the presence of American coach, in the presence of Nigeria in Lagos, we are losing to South Africa 3-0 in the first half. This is rubbish.
Salifu is really not happy with proceedings going on in Lagos currently. Well, I hope the Super Falcons will be able to come back from this one.
It will be very difficult against this South African team we're seeing.
We'll keep an eye on that one. But for now, this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Sports Orbit. I'm sure tomorrow when we come back, we'll give you the full results at the end of 90 minutes. Like they say in football, it is not over until it's over. So we hope the Super Falcons might be able to spring up some surprises. It's still only the first half, so keep an eye on that one. But until we come your way tomorrow with another fresh and exciting episode of Sports Orbit, my name is Afa Acho, and it's bye-bye from here.